It's showtime.
What's up guys, Django Fett here, hunting down games, comics, TV shows, movies, and more, and this is a Star Wars comic review for Jedi Academy Leviathan. Yes, it's been a while since I did one of these, and back to do one that is not really talked about at all with anyone. So I did not plan on doing this one right away, as I have tons of other omnibus books that I have to review, but I felt inclined more than ever to review this book because of the artist behind Tales of the Jedi, Dario Carrasco Jr., actually commented on one of my reviews and said himself to review this book and said it would be a good idea, as it's the last time that you see him with the crew of Kevin J. Anderson. And you guys know I cannot turn down a celebrity, especially one within the EU mythos. So here we are now. Now, Jedi Academy Leviathan is written by Kevin J. Anderson, the man behind the acclaimed Tales of the Jedi series, Jedi Academy trilogy, and more within the EU, and drawn by Dario Carrasco Jr., who was the artist behind Tales of the Jedi, The Sith War, Golden Age of the Sith, and The Fall of the Sith Empire, and you guys know how much I love those series. And inked by Mark Heike, who did the same work as Dario. Published from 1998 to 1999, with a paperback released in 2000 by Dark Horse and containing only 4 issues total, so very short. In the 8 years since the fall of the Empire, Luke Skywalker has trained a new group of Jedi Knights, among them the warrior woman Kirani T, the Sky Hermit Streen, the Scholar and Lore Master Tion, and Luke's greatest student, the brash Kip Duran. Once trained, a Jedi must go where he is needed to defend the New Republic and use the Force to help those in need. And on the harsh world of Korbos, help is desperately needed after mining excavations awaken something ancient, powerful, and hideously evil. It's loosely considered a sequel to the novel Darksaber, and according to Wikipedia, the actual placement of this, actually when it takes place, has continued to move around the actual timeline, and ranging from anywhere between 11 to 14 years after the Battle of Yavin, despite it saying 8 years after the fall of the Empire, so it's not really clear. The fall of the Empire is just not definitive in the timeline. So essentially, Jedi trainees from Luke's Academy, not including Luke, must investigate a world where the miners disappear, and they find out it's actually Sith spawn creatures called Leviathans, and they go there and try to take them down. So it's pretty predictable based on the cover art itself and reading the summary. Now, the story doesn't involve Luke, but it does involve Kip Duran, a young brash Jedi who has just accomplished quite a lot, believe it or not, and has tremendous power. This is the first time we actually see Kip in action, and it's good to put a name to the face. His look is very reminiscent to Exar Kun in some ways. You know, he's a brash student who wants to accomplish a lot. He actually experiences the dark side. He would be possessed by Exar Kun's spirit himself and to destroy his enemies, but saved by Han Solo, of all people, in the end. And Han Solo would speak to him and make Kip have the willpower to resist Kun. So Kip, after his encounter and dealing with the Sith Lord, has just become a more heroic and charismatic figure, and he's kind of scared, scared to use the Force. But now he's over that phase now, after being a little fearful, and just not afraid of facing off these giant, terrifying beasts called Leviathans. Now, the Leviathans are actually Sith mutated creatures that were created in the 100-Year Darkness, where Dark Jedi with Leviathans battled Jedi. And the last battle of the war actually took place on Korbos itself. And it was expected that pretty much all the Leviathans were taken care of, but apparently the miners must have dug too deep and uncovered something they shouldn't. And it's not explained and kind of contradictory, but every few centuries a group of miners would attempt to settle and it would be wiped out. And you would think they would stay away from that planet from that point on, but no. Now, weirdly enough, though, it definitely looks like these Leviathans remind me of Sith spawn that was actually shown and created by Naga Sadow and let loose in this arena battle against Exar Kun. Though it's never mentioned or clear that if it's a Leviathan or not, you presume it is at first, but there's no mention of it being answered within Wikipedia or anything else, so I think it's just Sith spawn. Now, the artwork is the best part of this whole book by far. Penciled by Dario Carrasco Jr., who has just done the great Tales of the Jedi series. I cannot stress enough how much I love that series and just love his artwork. And, everyone involved pretty much has done a great job within Tales of the Jedi with their own unique art style, and it really has worked. This guy continues his success and is an expert in his craft. The characters, The weather effects and the action all stand out, and you appreciate every panel you gaze upon with your eyes. Truly a splendor to behold. Though I will say the covers are pretty bad. Daria Carrasco is not actually did the artwork for that. It's actually somebody else. I'll do a cover slideshow at the end. Usually the Tales of the Jedi covers are fantastic for the most part. I don't even have any complaints with those, but these are just so lazy in my opinion. And the paperback cover is just the decent one at best. So my final rating for Jedi Academy Leviathan is... Now, my only major complaint with this book is that it's been there, done that. It's nothing new or extraordinary, and it's pretty predictable. It's a simple short story that felt like a filler story with no real importance in the grand scheme of things. I think that's kind of the point of this story, is just to expand upon the stories of Kip Durand and the Jedi Academy. So in that respect, I get it. It's mainly filled with exposition and action, and it's kind of forgettable though. You read it once, you get it, and then afterwards you don't feel like reading it ever again, to be honest. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to please like this video, comment down below. Don't know what my next comic review, when that will be. I still have to continue my Coder series, so a lot I have to tangle with. So I'll try my best to have some comic reviews when I can, but don't forget to please like this video, comment down below, subscribe to my channel Django Fett, donate if you can, and enjoy the comic book cover slideshow. Peace.